Good.
Seems like okay.
Well, how do you want to proceed? Would you like to introduce your cohorts?
Sure, we can do that.
However you'd like to do it. Good morning.
Hi, I'm Carol Davies. I'm the administrator of the Area Agency on Aging, and with me is Ann Devine, our deputy administrator, Jeff Baylor, our protective services supervisor, and we brought nearly every one of our protective services workers with us. If you want to stand up, I'll introduce you one at a time. Christine Harris, Deanna Bayshore, Janet Ross, Teresa Bosman, Pam Smith, Adrian Boyer, and Terry Hildebrand.
Thank you.
We have one new worker who's not here today. She's at a training. That's Helen Lytle. So I sent a message to Commissioner Ames and Jamie a couple months ago letting them know that this Protective Services unit had received a green monitoring from the state of Pennsylvania. And a few years ago, the state went to a new system of monitoring where they rate programs as either green, yellow, or red. And a green program says that the monitoring indicates no or minimal quality issues and no individuals were left at risk. The yellow monitoring says significant or repetitive quality issues, however, no individuals left at risk. And the red monitoring says that there were significant or repetitive quality issues and one or more individuals left at risk. And then follow-up happens from there based on the color of the monitoring. We had our first monitoring under that system in February of 2018, and we received a green monitoring. In April of this year, we had our second monitoring under the new system and received a green monitoring again. The investigators, or the reviewer, said that our staff is extremely proactive in ensuring health and safety and in taking necessary steps to ensure that risk is mitigated. I'm particularly very proud of this group. Most of them have not been in protective services very long. Some of them have long-standing care management backgrounds, but not necessarily in protective services. And over the past few years, we've really strived to increase the strength of our protective unit because we have some workers who do protective work all the time and others who have other duties in addition to the protective services work. And the idea is that any one of them is able to stand up and take a case at any time, and they have proved that they can do that. So I was pleased to have this opportunity for you to recognize the work that they do.
Thank you. It's very reassuring to have that quality level representing the county. So thank you very much, and congratulations on the good outcome.
You make Lebanon County proud. Thank you all.
Well, when Carol indicated that this occurred, I suggested that it would be a good idea to bring these folks in and have the Board of Commissioners recognize the service that they give, because we're always proud of delivering good services to our clients in Lebanon County. So congratulations for your continued effort in doing a good job for the old people in Lebanon County.
So, thank you. Thank you.
Can I mention, I think it's important to note that this standard that they hold isn't something that everyone gets green on.
That's correct.
There were many counties that got yellows and I guess some reds.
Yes.
So it's not as though everybody gets green and here we are with everyone else. It's quite a feat.
Yes, I think they all worked very hard, and I think it's important to note that the people that they're working with are the most vulnerable people. There's some risk presented in their situations, and our workers, even though they investigate, they're not necessarily here to prosecute, but what their aim is to reduce that risk to the older adult.
Very good. Anybody want to comment? Speeches or anything? Are we good? Okay. Well, thank you again.
Thank you very much.
I always use good news like that. Thank you.
Definitely. Our second item here today is our more normal annual presentation of our contracts. This year, we have just a few 2018-2019 contract amendments with 2 changes totaling $3,200. We do have funds available within our budget to pay for those costs, so we're not asking for any additional county support in order to fund these 2018-2019 amendments.
Motion?
Make a motion to approve the budget changes as presented.
Second that motion?
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the contract amendments. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you. The second item is our contracts for the 2019-2020 fiscal year. As you know, we work on a fiscal year that begins on July 1st and ends on June 30th every year. So for the new fiscal year that's about to begin, we have 38 contracts listed with a total value of $1,061,748. In these contracts, we're generally not allowing for increases in rates because the Department of Aging does not allow us to give rate increases to providers unless it's in conjunction with what they allow in the block grant. And normally we do not get that notification from them until after the fiscal year has begun. Some of the contracts do not have caps because we look internally to track the expenditures because there's more than one provider that can provide a particular service. In conjunction with the contracts, we always present our budget for the fiscal year. The total revenues and expenditures that we expect for the new year are $3,855,033. That's $175,000 more than the previous year budget, and part of the reason for that is some additions we made to our protective services staff. Again, I will reiterate that we're not requesting any additional county support to fund these contracts for the new fiscal year.
So,
So I'll make a motion to approve the provider contracts for, did we do the first one?
Yeah, we did the
Okay,
amendments
so
for 2018.
for 2019-20.
Thank you.
I'll second that motion.
it's been moved and seconded that we approve the provider contracts. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so ordered.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Let me ask a question about the green. Is there any additional, sometimes quality is, different levels or reimbursed, or there are, extra allocations made by virtue of good ratings for quality? Anything tied to that with the state or?
Not in this particular
Okay.
program.
I wasn't sure. It's often that way with healthcare related things that, quality